Hey folks, and welcome back to Pattaya. Chonburi actually this morning, shortly after 6 a.m. as I ride up the ramp here. We're going to drop V off. She has chemo today. It's a Thursday. Her daughter there is with us today, as well as the nurse, so it's kind of a big day here. Yes, she's scheduled for chemo, but she's also scheduled to see the oncologist for her scan results, which was about a week or so ago. So we'll get her unloaded here. She's got to go in and get her vital signs taken, get blood work done, see the chemo doctor, see the oncologist, and then finally get the chemo. So she's got a lot to do. While they're doing that, I'm going to go right down the road here to Bang Sen, and a place, even though I lived there for 2 years, a place I've never been, and that is college. I'm going back to college. Last week I met a guy. He works at the big university here. You know, Bang Sen is home to one of the biggest universities here in Thailand. It's called Borapa. And it's a government university, and it's almost like the town was built around this university. It's one of the big things it's known for, that and being a weekend tourist destination for a lot of domestic travelers here in Thailand. But even though I lived here for 2 years, I've never really been through this university. So he invited me. He works in the English department here, and I thought it would be kind of cool to go and see what a Thai university is like. What's it like being in school here, enrolled in school here? So I spent most of the morning here, met some students, actually sat in on his class today, which was a unique experience in and of itself. We'll look at some of the campus, and one of the first things we did this morning is we took a look at a little bit of a expo, or at least maybe some students in the corporate communications world here that are practicing for things like expos. So they had a little booth going on. We'll take a quick look at that. Your first year, second year? Second year, so you're a sophomore. Where are you from?
I'm from Pattaya.
Ayutthaya?
Yes.
Oh, my girlfriend's from Ayutthaya too. Yeah. Bang Payin.
Yeah, I'm from too.
Oh yeah? So what's it like going to school here in a university in Thailand? Well, a government university, they have a uniform requirement. You're supposed to wear black pants or black skirt, white shirt or white blouse. Of course, it still costs money to enroll here. You still have to be accepted here. The semester type cost actually may not be what you think. The student I talked to said one semester here with his books was about 20,000 baht, so about $600 US. That's for a semester. So I don't know. I think some places charge that for 1 credit hour in the US, for example. Hard to say though. The first year that the students come here, they're required to live on campus. After that, they can move off of campus. I met one lady who lives 25 kilometers away. She's chosen to live with her family. In fact, she stood up and gave a speech, as did a bunch of students in our friend's class here today. That's what it was. It was speech day. It's getting close to the end of the semester. This current semester started at the beginning of December, and all December, January, February, March. Here in early April, they will be on break. A big Songkran holiday. April, basically the whole month of April is a school break here. That's not just for university, that's for a grade school, all types of schools. But coming up on the end of the semester, they're coming up on final exams, and today was speech day. So I thought that was a good opportunity to take a look and see how well they've learned English. And well, you might be surprised. I'll show you some of that.
Well, what?
I like to use a microphone to save my voice. Okay, good morning everyone. How are you today? Now today we have, at the end of every term they have to do like some kind of presentation or a speech.
Hello everyone, my name's Baitoy. So today I'm going to talk about the time I took a risk.
Hi everyone, I'm going to share my experience from being a transfer student.
So today I am going to share my risk experience.
Good morning everyone, I'm Tata.
I'm going to talk about the risk that I took for joining the university.
Also, I find I find comfort in the solitude that I've gained from being alone.
I feel comfortable and really happy to stay at home with my family.
Hello everyone, the risk I took is I almost cannot wear my shoe that I bought from the online shop. The reason why I took this is
Alright guys, so see you next week. Thanks a lot everybody. Good job.
So there you go. I mean, they're a little bit under pressure. They're speaking in front of their fellow students and in front of a group. Plus they have to kind of memorize their little spiel, but they did pretty good. They talked about various things, risk-taking, bad experiences. From one lady didn't have money to pay in a restaurant. She thought she could pay with her phone. That's very popular here, electronic transactions. We've talked about that. Turns out that restaurant, their system was down or they couldn't do it, and she didn't have any money, and what happened with that. And oh, bunches of them. One poor girl, I think the first one that got up, fell into a river when she was a kid. So, teaching English here. What's that about, and how much does it pay is probably the big question. Well, probably it pays less than it does where you live. But from talking to some of the folks here, there's a certain satisfaction in doing it and seeing the growth in the students over a semester, even just one semester, 4 months, seeing the growth that they experience and how much better they come along. But pay-wise, little right around, I guess, about 1,000 US dollars a month, a little over 30,000 baht, Thai baht per month. So definitely not something you're going to get rich doing, but like I said, it enriches you with the experience, and it is something to do here. We've talked about that before as well. Having something to do when you come here, I think if you're living here full time, is important. There's all sorts here, not just English, there's French classes, there's Korean. They actually brought in Korean builders to model a classroom. I'll show you this place. They did an incredible job, all this inlaid wood. It almost looks a little bit like a sauna in there. But apparently they were in there working for days on end, measuring and cutting and installing all this wood, and it's their Korean section. So there's all sorts here. And this is just one building in the university. We're surrounded by buildings. We'll try to take a little look at the campus here. We'll roll out and see what there is to see. There's a lot of water features and lakes here. Our neighborhood English teacher here told me a lot of times he sees the big water monitors crawling out of the lakes. So we'll take a quick look around the university, and that's going back to college here in Pattaya. Chiang Rai. Oh, wow. I went to Chiang Rai last year. So it's really a nice place to go to school. I think it would probably rival any Western campus. It's lovely here with all the water features. Of course, once you're up on about the 3rd floor at any of these buildings, you can look out at the ocean. So that's a benefit as well. And probably, as the crow flies, once you leave the back gate, you're 2-3 minute walk from the beach. So a lot of good angles to study here. And I guess the curriculum is what you choose, but the university overall has a pretty positive reputation, so I know a lot of the students go on to have successful careers out of here. It's very well known. So while I'm in town here, and I just talked to the guys that teach English here, a couple of them, they're already done for the day. It's not even noon. We're going for lunch at one of my old favorite places here. So that's where I'm going to go. They used to have, they probably still have, maybe the best burger on the whole Eastern Seaboard, I think. So, change of plans. I was supposed to eat lunch with the English teacher and actually a couple of the English teachers, and as soon as I got to the restaurant, I got a call from the nurse and she said they're done at the hospital. So I've got to go back and pick them up now. So we'll see what that's going to be. We'll check back in with V. I guess that means she's not having chemo today for whatever reason, so we'll find out. So, right, as I alluded to in the beginning, part of the lead up to the chemo is the blood work, the blood test, and this day she did not pass that, whatever the cell count they're looking for, she didn't meet it. So that session got cut short. She did go in and get her scan results, see the oncologist, see the chemo doctor. She did everything else, but the scan results were not favorable either. We were hoping that they would show maybe a shrinkage of the cancer. After all, it was the first scan in 90 days. She's had chemo now for 90 days. And it actually kind of shows the opposite. It's spread. Now it's down into her hip area and buttocks. So I think she kind of knew that, though. I don't think it's any surprise when you get pain in different areas like she's had. She kind of realizes something else is up, something's going on, that the scan kind of confirms that. So it actually seems or appears to be spreading. So not good news. I wish the news was better, but for today she's just interested in getting the birds fed here this morning and taking each day, day by day, and we'll see what happens and where we go from here. So hopefully something to look at next time here in Pattaya, but for this one, gotta leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.